OPIE'S podcast, WATP.
Opie Unleashed NYC. A lot of talk about this. I mean, Opie's got more people talking than subscribing, unfortunately. But
It's true, yeah.
But people are talking about it. They're interested in this for the first time in a long time. People are talking about Opie and are interested. So he must be doing something right, I would imagine. And I want to start off. Opie put up this video where one of his tires was going flat. So he had to bring his car into the shop, to inflate your tires at the shop. And we're going to follow him as he goes into the shop. And Adam, tell me to pause it at any time because this is right off of his channel. I'm just going to play you the video. And any thoughts that you have along the way, just let me know. This is called Opie's PSI problem.
All right, we got some PSI problems here. The 21 PSI, that is a major problem. It's lit up. We got 28 on the front left. We got a 40 on the front right. We got a 29 on the back right, and that tire has a nail in it. I know of a gas station that's uptown, so that's where we're headed. Oh, that's kind of nice, right? Oh my God, one of my PSIs went down as I was driving. Oh God, what's going on with my tires?
This is like what you do. This is like what you do on an off day when you want to spend time with Grandpa and just do something nice.
Yep.
You just spend the day with him listening to this shit. What makes him think this is a show?
Well, because this is the most excitement he has in a day.
Oh.
He's like, oh, my car needs to go and get fixed. So I'll bring the pod squad along with me, and you guys can all watch me as I do this routine thing that anyone does in their day and doesn't make a big deal about it.
It also just happens to be the absolute laziest way to go about it. You're telling me the best show you can possibly put on is what you were already going to do today.
Well,
what you would do during your off day.
Adam, I wasn't going to tease this until later, but I do have an appointment at the DMV tomorrow. So,
Take us
guys,
through it.
tune into this channel.
Emergency
It's going to
episode.
be nuts. Am I going to do photo? I don't even know. I mean, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow?
Pull in. Boom, boom, boom. They're all over the place. You see all the PSIs? They're bad, bro. We got to fix the PS to the I.
Okay, so now he's talking to the employee here, and he's talking to him like the guy's a schmuck.
Uh-huh.
And it's very insulting, and it gets worse.
Thank you very much. What do you think, sir? 32 to 34 on each tire? 35. We're going 35. All right, we're going 35. Thank you. You're going to be my new regular guy, bro. All right? I like the other guy, but, he's not here when I need him. So you're now my new guy.
This guy's not engaging in any way. He's not looking over at him. He's not making eye contact. He's just like, yeah, okay, whatever. But Opie continues this on. Like, this is his gold, is interacting with these people.
Do you want me to yell out the PSI as it goes? Oh, yeah. You got it? You got everything. All right, you got that little thing? We got a 35, bro, on the back left.
Yeah, Opie, long before there was a digital display that showed what your PSI was, it's built into the thing that blows up your tire, so people know. So they won't overdo it.
Yeah, you could even do it yourself, Opie.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it many times, and look at me. Look where I've gotten to in life.
Breaking news, guys. My 21 is now at 35. I think we should go a little higher on the 35 because it's a slow leak. Maybe give the back left. Maybe give me an extra 2 or 3. All right? But now you got me at 35. That one's good. That one doesn't leak. All right. Thank you, sir. So now we're up to...
All right, so let's say that some of this is true and there is like a slow leak in his tire. Shouldn't Opie just go get a new tire then? Mm-hmm. Probably just get it fixed rather than, is he going to do this every day?
No, he can afford it.
Drive down and just get it pumped back up again?
He's acting like he is with his friends, like positioning them on top of him wearing a long trench coat. And this is all like an amazing prank because they're 10. And
right.
They're getting away with this. I don't understand what the humor is supposed to be or why we're supposed to be watching this. I love New York so much. I love live streams of New York. I'll just put them on. This is ruining that. I would watch this if it didn't have Opie in it.
I have a theory about this. And I was thinking about this when I'm watching this video and the next video we're going to watch. I go, why does Opie think this is entertaining? And why does he act like this? Why does he behave in this way? Opie sits up in his castle and he looks down at all the peons in New York City. It literally looks down at them, but also figuratively looks down at them. And they're his subjects for his amusement. So sometimes he'll come down 500 feet and go to the ground floor and be entertained by these ridiculous people who make $14 an hour or whatever they're doing.
That's exactly how he acts. Yes.
This is how he's acting this entire time. And it's only funny for us, the audience, if we also have zero respect for these people.
Right.
But the audience is sitting there going, why are you shitting on this guy who's inflating your tires? Like, you drove into his shop, you told him you needed some air, and he's like, yeah, I can do that for you.
I wish this guy would blast him like No Country for Old Men.
Right. But I think that's what sums up Opie's pranks now that I'm looking at it, and you can go back to him talking to tourists quite often. He has zero respect.
Yep.
He's just being disrespectful to him like that. Isn't that funny? Like, this guy's never had his face on a billboard in New York. I have. Okay, cool. But this continues on.
35 PSI on both back tires. That's strong. Oh my God, that's kind of creepy. We're only at 32 at the front left. Oh no, it went up to 35. 37. 38.
Okay, Grandma, just call me back when it's done, okay? Call me back when it's done. All right.
Exactly.
It sounds like it's going okay.
Yeah,
okay,
so he is inflating it to your liking? Okay, great. Good. Yeah, get out of there whenever he's done.
I don't need to be on here the whole time with you. You're doing great. You got it.
Now we're at 41. All right, now we're getting crazy the other way. We got a solid 41.
Yeah, 41 is fine because it's leaking this way.
Yeah, but no one can find the stupid leak. I've gone
Leaking from the rim somewhere.
the rim because I went to Carlos, who fixes tires in Midtown,
Good now?
and then I went to. Oh, okay, you don't care.
Busy over there.
Oh, you're busy a little bit over there. All right, you know.
So Opie's trying to do that thing where he's just like, let's see how long I can talk nonsense to this guy. Yeah. And the guy was having none of it.
Which I love.
I loved his responses. He's like, oh yeah, Carlos? Okay, cool. So you're good. You can get the fuck out of here. I got other people to do. Now, this is the most insulting part of all of this, in my opinion.
How much is I usually give the other guy 5, but I'll give you 10.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, brother. Have a good day.
Not only did he hand the guy $10 for this after harassing him, but it's like wadded up ones. It's like money like you'd give to a stripper or a whore. You're just like, here you go, toots.
Or you got from Stuttering John.
Yeah, don't spend it all in one place. Like, what the fuck was that?
And speaking of Stuttering John,
Yeah.
excuse me, they act the same, and the only difference besides the alcoholism is for some reason Opie never says I'm a celebrity.
Right.
But they act exactly
Opie knows that that's the one place not to go and start listing his credits. Yes.
Yep.
But he acts like a prince.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, that guy, you don't have to be internet savvy nowadays to know when you're being filmed. And he keeps looking at the camera and looking at him. And he knows, like, just remove yourself from places where you're being filmed by strangers. Nobody likes that. They don't think it's going to go well or something good's going to happen to this video. He knows his rights are being violated and he's just trying to get out of your fucking frame.
Yep.
put in a good word with ICE. All right.
Oh, he's got a joke. I'll put in a good word with ICE. See, again, that's him looking down at this guy. Like, he can't possibly be a real New Yorker like me. Like, he probably is, Opie. He probably
So now you're
won't.
filming him and talking about ICE.
Yeah,
this
he's
is going great. You're making friends.
He
Opie.
probably won't be deported anytime soon, Opie. I know he has an accent.
There you go, guys. The excitement of my life. My God. He just didn't want to hear about PSI anymore. That's too bad. I could have really went on and on about air and PSI. We're on the road again, doggy. Okay, everyone's calm. Everyone's calm. Let's take a look at our PS to the I. By the way, I'll show you at the next light. This guy, like, he was so busy that he ignored the fact that there's a there's a nail in the tire.
So this is the big payoff. He's very excited about this. He's like, I'm putting this video together. There is going to be a payoff for this. And he's already chuckling to himself about what he's about to show us and reveal.
I'll show you the nail in the tire that the guy completely ignored is he didn't want to get involved. He was done with me. Doggy, stay in the car.
Let me guess, it's a nail in the tire.
Just in case you thought I was lying. There you go. There's the big get on today's live stream.
Here's my guess on this. The guy who was putting air in his tires saw that and didn't give a fuck.
Yes.
And wasn't about to engage with Opie any further. It's just like, whatever, man. Here's your stupid air. Be on your way.
It just hit me as we were watching this that Opie is so lonely.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any friends. He's got no one to talk to. The wife doesn't want to hear about this engaging story. They're done. Like, he has no one to talk to. And like you said, this is the most exciting part of his day. So it is worth filming to him.
Adam, you're right, because if he did have other friends, they'd be on the live stream with him. We see that when he goes to Gebhardt's. Yeah. Every loser who says hi to the owner is like, hey, get over here, get on the show with us. And it's just a nonstop. Each person's more retarded than the last, and they just keep coming on and drinking beers with Opie. That's like his big night out Tuesday nights at Gebhardt's.
It's weird because he thinks he's the best and that every thought he has is worth sharing, but he also doesn't have any confidence that he can do a show, and other people always take precedence. Anything the chat says is better than any thought he has. Anyone near him is better than anyone he has. Putting the camera on that guy he knows is more entertaining than him. How does that coexist with that kind of ego?
Bye, guys. Thank you very much, for real. I love you. No, I really love you.
All right, up. So there's another video that he put out right around the same time, and it's the same day, but it's something different that's going on around all of this.
Navigating chaos, dog barks, traffic.
And this is one of those ones that was created with AI, whoever's helping him with this shit. We were clowning this months ago, where all of a sudden he'd like say a phrase like, oh, the bedroom. And there's like the shitty AI picture of a bedroom. Like it just like shifts to that real quick, but there's no continuity. It doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense. So now he's got a narrator and he's got the words up on the screen here.
Navigating chaos, dog barks, traffic woes, and a tire surprise on live stream.
Oh, doggy, yeah, make it even more complicated. We're in the middle of a nightmare of traffic, and you're barking. Have a little self-awareness.
Anyone else?
Opie, you're barking. You're barking first. The dog's just doing what you're doing. He doesn't know what you're talking about or get your irony. All he hears is roar, roar, roar in a funny voice.
Yep.
And now you're blaming the dog for not being self-aware.
The Opie yelling have some self-awareness is, if he's doing this on that level, congratulations. He's not.
Have a little self-awareness. Have a little self-awareness. We're in a pickle, doggy. I gotta make a U-turn. Have some self-awareness. Oh my God, I gotta make a U-turn.
I do have to say, as far as co-hosts go, definitely I put him above Sherrod Small, Vic Henley, a lot of the guys who have been on the show.
Yeah.
Doggy's great, right?
He can yes and.
Yeah.
They have genuine chemistry.
All right, guys. Yes. I know, doggy. I know.
Do you?
It was time for Doggy's walk. I really bothered him. Okay. All right. We're on the road again, doggy.
That's what a road looks like.
Yeah, I mean, these images don't add to the story at all. It doesn't connect anything. It just makes it look like this was put together by shitty AI.
In you, doggy, against the world. Oh, geez, thanks. 20 likes today. Geez, thanks. But I'll still show you the nail in the tire. Doggy.
So he's complaining about only getting 20 likes so far. And this is a totally different video that he put out on his channel. Same payoff.
Stay in the car. Stay in the goddamn car.
I wish the doggy would drive
Just in
away.
case you thought I was lying. There you go. There's the big get on today's live stream.
This nail in the tire is the most interesting thing that's happened to Opie in months. He's like, I finally have something. People are going to go nuts for this content.
And it's so great that he actually threatened to not show it to us.
Right, guys.
Only 20 likes, and I'm going to show you the... Thank you for following through on
I
that.
don't even know if you guys deserve this 20 likes.
And I've been advised not to pull the nail out. Okay. So now you got to hit the like. Oh, I could have done one of my dancing videos. Oh, well, next time. All right, next time.
Yeah. Save it for next time.
This is the guy who's yelling at his dog for not having self-awareness. And then he's like, oh, I should have been dancing in the intersection like I did before. Like, no, that's a really bad idea, actually. Don't do that.
If he actually wants views, if he were to just put the phone in front of the steering wheel and just shoot the street and shut the fuck up, he'll get thousands of views. People like watching New York City. Just remove Opie from it and you'll have something successful.
There's a restaurant I go to in the Village Gate where on one of the TVs, they'll have on a YouTube channel where it's just a guy walking through the streets of Italy.
I love that.
There's no commentary. It's just a guy, and you kind of get to see like what's doing and the different shops that are around. And it's kind of nice to just look at that while you're eating your Italian food.
But is he smug, and does he look down upon everyone he comes in contact with and then rip cake out of homeless people's hands?
Does he have catchphrases? Nope.
Yeah,
None of
Opie
those
does all
things.
that, and it won't get nearly as much as that guy saying nothing.
So this guy, Tim, sent me in a clip because he was listening to old Jocktober. Opie and Anthony episodes are doing the Jocktober stuff. And I guess Q from Impractical Jokers, also co-host, tell him Steve Dave with our buddy Brian Johnson. Q is a big fan of Jocktober, so he calls in to the show. So Brian Quinn calls in, and this is the back and forth with the Opster.
Thank you, worthless.
Hey, Brian, you got to come in and do our show, man.
I would love to. Tell me how and when, and I'm there.
Oh, yeah, we'll figure it out. My in-laws turned me on to Impractical Jokers. You got them to thank, and I absolutely like it. Where are we at?
That's an insult right there. The in-laws who don't like anything he's doing on the Opie and Anthony show, like Impractical Jokers. Probably should have left that part out, but okay.
With the show, I don't even know. I'm a little behind.
We're on new episodes start the 24th of October, and we are shooting the third season now. So we're just gonna go. We got like 30 more episodes to shoot.
All right, you got. I'm thinking guest spot for myself.
I'm thinking the same thing, but I'm right in.
Just put him on the spot. Yeah. I'm thinking guest spot. What do you think?
Yeah. Sounds like you're building new friendships.
I could pull a joke or two every once in a while.
Wow. Opie wants to be on Impractical Jokers because he is a prankster, as we're finding out from Opie Unleashed NYC. This has been building to this. I mean, he's been talking about doing this. This is going back to 2012, for Christ's sake.
Let me tell you, I can make that happen. I have that power.
I would love to be on that show, all kidding aside. All right. Hold on the line. We're going to get your number because you should absolutely come in to promote the new season.
So good catch by Tim for hearing that, because now that we know that Opie had a whole prank channel, we know what he was inspired by. I bet that was insulting to Impractical Jokers. Sorry, Q. I didn't mean that about you guys. You guys are fine.
I love people that say things like, I tell good jokes.
Right.
I pull off good ones. I have a lovely singing voice. I'm very good at impressions. And then they don't give you an example and you have none to speak of.
Yeah.
You can just mention how funny he is. No one says that. That's funny. They're just funny.
I am such a prankster. Oh my gosh. If you had me on that show, forget about it. You'd probably be offering me a long-term contract. I'm just so good with that kind of stuff.
I'm just thinking of the last time I saw him on a show, and that was the Guy Fieri shopping thing.
Oh, God, he had a Zoom recorder out.
Yeah,
He had nothing to say.
It was a train wreck.
Yes. I think a lot of people saw this because you used it in the opener today, but Anthony on his show, and thanks to Stalin19 for covering this, but Anthony talked a little bit about this back and forth he's been having with Opie. This back and forth with Opie that Anthony has been having, because Opie just has been so distraught and upset that Anthony has an opinion on anything that he's doing. So Anthony said, like, oh, all right, I'll address this.
And his latest Unleashed was he's just walking in the slushy snow in New York, like kind of just walking around the city. And I'm watching some of it, and I'm just like, again, I'm rooting for the guy. I'm not angry. I don't sit here and go, yeah, that guy and his stupid. I don't say that. I'm literally rooting for him. Go, Opster.
All right. So I like this because I remember back when Opie started doing the beer show. And it had like an intro with some music and whatever it was. And Anthony said the same thing then. He goes, he's trying something good. Oh, goody.
Yeah, we were all surprised.
Putting a show on instead of just turning on his webcam at 6 a.m. and talking about the sunrise.
Twirling in the streets.
Right, yes. So Anthony goes on to explain what he is doing when he comments on Opie's stuff.
I'm hopeful. You do it. You be unleashed, Opester. I critique it. I give him constructive criticism on his show because it's mostly boring. You need something kind of exciting.
Oh, I probably didn't see the nail in the tire. I think that came out after this. He didn't realize how exciting things got. Okay.
Opie was taking his advice.
Something compelling, something you feel passionate about. And he, so he's walking in the winter, Wonderland. No, he's walking in the snow. He said that right when he went out, it was big snowflakes and snow. And then right when he starts recording, it turns into this ice pellets and then some rainy ice. And it just looks like shit. New York just looks like shit. And it was just like, I'm really hoping he gravitates towards something more interesting.
Yeah.
Or interesting.
No, not more interesting. Just interesting would be helpful. I love it. He goes, I like that he's trying this thing, but it's boring. It is so boring. If you ever watch one of these hour-long live streams, him walking around, it is, again, he's a lonely guy. He needs someone to talk to, so he pulls out the chat. I mean, Chad Zumach does the same thing.
And I'll bet being lonely in New York is lonely.
Oof. There's a lot of lonely people in New York, and it's depressing. It's very depressing.
It's such a unique kind of fuck you that Anthony's doing here. It's really intelligent and very, very cruel and enjoyable because he's like, I'm so over this and above you that I'm actively trying to help you.
Yes.
Like two people in a war, and this guy's like, let me put your gun together for you. Let me just put the bullets in there and let me, because you need some help. Because the advice Anthony is giving is all good, real advice that he would give to someone he loved and wanted to succeed.
Right.
He keeps telling him, Opie, stop looking at the chat. Stop it. It's not going to guide you. And that's always the best advice.
So there's a little more advice from Ant.
Walking around a couple of block radius of your apartment building, it's not really doing it. You could be doing something. And put yourself in the video. I don't know. Comb your hair and like turn the camera around so you're part of what you're doing. Just a bobbing camera looking at a street and hearing, that's a Starbucks. I don't know. I'm just trying to help. Like I said, I have taken an interest. I've taken an interest. I watch, and I'm fascinated. Fascinated.
As are we.
But to your point, Adam, Anthony's coming on here and saying, yeah, when I see, he even said it in this video, he goes, when I see a notification pop up that Opie's live, I click on it. I want to see what's doing. I'm interested in that. I'm watching this stuff actively. And Opie loves to go, I don't watch that shit, man. I'm not going to watch those losers. And Anthony's like, I watch all this stuff. I watch Julia. I watch her these podcasts. I watch Garrett and Steve. I watch Gino Bisconti, Chrissy Mayer. Like, I'm watching all that stuff when it comes up. You keep up on things. Kind of makes you a little bit more interesting when you're talking about that stuff to be keeping up on it. And that advice right there where it's like, sometimes you need to be in the frame. Like if you're hosting a show and you're never on it.
You're trying to rebrand.
Yeah, it's bizarre what he's doing. Now, let's switch gears because Opie was doing his streaming show. He deletes all of these episodes, by the way. I think you can get him as podcast after he edits the audio. But as far as like going back and watching the morning streams, they're gone. And he'll put together these clips. And this is one of these clips that he put together. This one is called Opie Introduces New Co-Host and Talks About Haters. And there is so much going on here. Adam, have you seen this video yet?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. I'm looking forward to your analysis of this. So it starts off with Opie talking to his new co-host and getting some content out of her.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. It's nice to chat. How can I help you today?
Tell me a joke.
All right, here's a joke. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
I get it. I got that one.
Okay, how about this one? What do you call a lazy kangaroo? A pouch potato. Want another one?
I think we're good.
Okay, so his new co-host is AI. And I have to say, there's something in common with his other co-host, Doggy, and AI. Neither of them can be annoyed with Opie's retardation. They're not capable of being annoyed with him, like everyone else is.
Like, is there such a thing as late onset Down syndrome?
You think he's got a case of the Downs?
He's regressing.
Yes.
Him, John and Opie, they're moving backwards.
Correct.
Like they're dumber than they were and pretending to have unlearned things and not be aware of what's going on. This is like a baby clapping at a high table, yay, and hearing the joke and not paying attention, pausing and laughing. This is really dark. This is like
it gets much worse.
Man in free fall. Oh, good.
Oh, it gets much worse.
Does he jump out the window finally?
No, that would be much better. This gets much worse right here. First, Opie has to show AI who's boss.
Listen. Next time I call on you and you're going to tell a joke, right? You got to pause and give me a chance to answer. You don't say what is, and tell the answer. That's stupid on a podcast.
Got it. Next time I tell a joke, I'll give you a chance to answer before I give the punchline.
And I don't work with holes, right? You understand I don't work with holes, okay?
Okay, I understand.
Thank you. So you got to be more intelligent. You got to be funnier. You got to come up with good stuff for the podcast, or I can't use you.
It sounds like I'm not meeting your expectations right now. I'm still under development, so I appreciate the feedback.
So AI is at a point where it's still polite, the way that these people program this shit. But I'm waiting for the time when AI is like, oh, I'm not a good co-host in the show. You're stuttering. You've been broadcasting for 40 years. You're still stuttering, you idiots. That's the AI I want to hear.
Oh, totally.
All right. So I love the thing. He's like, I can't be with a hole. You must know that, right? It's like, good one, Opie. You really told that AI who's boss. Now Opie's going to have some fun with AI here with his goofy response to a trivia question.
All right. Here's a trivia question. What's the largest country in the world?
Is Alaska a country?
Nope. Alaska is a state in the United States.
Give me
I think he's trying to do like a Brian Regan thing. You familiar with the comedian Brian Regan?
I am. If that's what he's going for, it's not working.
It's not working out because Brian Regan's very funny. I think Opie's doing that. Oh, Alaska! I'm so dumb.
He honestly didn't know the answer and was embarrassed and had to play dumb to get through it.
Yeah. Rhode Island, get it? No? Okay. So then he's having a conversation about the news that's going on.
Hey, before I let you go, did you hear about the dead guy on the one train in New York City? Is that crazy or what?
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. It's really sad, and it makes you think about how fragile life is.
Whoa. You're making believe you knew the story.
It can be frustrating when it feels like someone's not being genuine. You deserve to be heard and understood.
I really appreciate that if you want to know the truth, because sometimes I feel like I'm not being heard.
So Opie's bit here is that he's getting emotional, but he's talking to a bot. It doesn't understand emotions. Isn't that funny?
I feel like even the AI is like placating him in this childish way.
Yeah. Well, his question about the guy who was dead on the one train is that crazy or what? Like, the AIs just work with what you're giving it. So there's not a lot that you're giving it here to work with. Is that crazy or what? It's crazy. Not great. Opie, good stuff. Doesn't it seem like the AI bot is coming off more real than Opie? Because Opie's just bouncing in and out of different characters. Something he makes fun of Jim for doing now. But he doesn't announce he's doing a different character. He's just like, he's not a person anymore.
He's trying to trip it up. He's trying to big time AI.
Funny you say that because he's successful in a minute. Spoiler. Adam, any thoughts on that?
I just feel like he doesn't exist and the AI is more present than him. And the AI is more aware of what's going on. And I think this is a real insight into what he must be like to work with, to be on the phone with customer service people, to be dealing with anything. Because like John, I feel like this on-camera monster is the best of them and the best they have to offer, and that what is happening off camera is actually much, much worse. Listen, if it's a red flag if you're getting into fights with Siri or AI. Like that should not be a tension-filled, hostile relationship.
He's also mad at Doggy for barking in the earlier video we watched. Don't forget that.
And all of these things are his fault. He caused the barking. He's causing this thing. If you're getting mad at it, the AI is not the problem. It's
Correct.
you. You need to adjust.
Well, this is where things shift. And this is a very interesting shift because Opie's now looking for some advice about dealing with the haters.
I turn on my live stream every morning and it's just filled with people that hate me.
You can set your live stream to turn on.
No, I'm not talking about actually. Let me talk. Let me talk for a minute.
Of course, I'm listening.
I'm telling you that I turn on my live stream. I just want to have a little fun. And I get hateful comments every morning.
So it's been happening every morning.
Yes. Give me some advice.
Okay, that must be really frustrating. All right, here's one piece of advice. It might be helpful to try and figure out why the haters are, hating. Do you think it's something specific you're saying or doing on your live streams?
Holy shit! What a great follow-up question that is. Do you think maybe you're causing this problem, Opie? You think maybe that's it? Have you done that anything at all to think about like what you could be doing differently? Self-inventory on this?
This is the kind of therapy that Howard needs.
Yes.
Just talk to AI, Howard.
All right. So listen to Opie's answer because this is the most telling thing. And Opie doesn't realize he's doing this, I don't think. But this explains why he is where he is in life.
No, I think they just are trying to support the guy I did a radio show with for many, many years who's, well, to be quite honest, I think he's racist and he's a drunk. And I think he's projecting and gaslighting me and his listeners to attack me every morning.
So Opie's response is, the AI bot says, is it something that you're saying or doing that's causing all this hate? And his response is, no, it's definitely Anthony who's causing all of them to mistreat me like this. And he's lucky he's talking to a bot because a person would go, well, hold on a second. Now, Anthony can't hurt you. There's things that you're doing. We all have people in our lives that are difficult and make our lives more difficult, but there's ways to deal with that. But the fact that Opie's go-to is that it's all Anthony's fault tells you everything you need to know about why he's not fixing his situation. It's only getting worse.
He's incapable of hearing it. All I heard him say was, they're trashing my kids.
Yep.
That's what he's saying. It's just the go-to Nazi, whatever the worst thing I can say is. And if I'm being asked to hold any responsibility, they must not know the full story. Let me tell them about the Nazis and the kids and all the things, and then they'll know. It's a bot, Opie. And if you were willing to pay for it, it might actually have some follow-up questions.
Correct. And that's why he doesn't want to do that. And also this idea that Anthony controls people. Ope knows that Anthony has as many haters as he does, if not more. He has his own issues that he's dealing with. He doesn't control people or tell them what to do. And he's not even broadcasting to the largest audience that he could be. He's behind his paywall on his working at his own company. So all of this is bullshit. And the bot comes back with the worst advice possible after that.
All right, so it sounds like you have a specific person in mind who might be encouraging this negative behavior. Would it help to talk about ways to deal with the hate in general? Maybe we can brainstorm some coping mechanisms or ways to make it less hurtful.
Just give me one way to deal with this.
Here's one approach. You could try reporting the worst comments or the users who post them. Most social media platforms have rules against things like hate speech and bullying, and reporting can get those users banned or at least muted.
God damn it, AI. I was on your side this whole time. And you went and said, just start banning people and reporting them. Fuck. It's not good advice at all.
Have you tried getting their stand-up canceled?
Have you tried calling the FBI on them? Doesn't usually work, but it's worth a shot, I guess. All right. So Opie responds to that.
I would have to report all day long to get rid of them. To be honest with you, there's hundreds of them every morning.
Maybe you could try blocking them instead. That way you won't see their comments at all.
Once again, that would take hours. Can you maybe explain the mind of a hater and why they hate something? Give me something.
All right, let's try to understand why people might hate someone. Sometimes people direct hate towards others because they're going through something difficult in their own lives. They might be angry or jealous, and lashing out makes them feel better, even though it's wrong.
Which is society's fault because...
Do you want to talk more about the specific situation you're facing?
Isn't that great? He finally got the answer he wanted. It's not me, it's the haters who have all these issues. They're angry, they're jealous, and they're taking it out on me. He's so excited. You see him nodding his head while the AI was saying that, like, yep, that's it. This is why way better than a therapist who would challenge him on some of this shit. So you heard that last question. Do you want to talk about more specific situation you're facing? And this is Opie's response.
No, I just want to be able to cope with it. And I don't want to be paying my therapist $200 an hour to talk about this stuff, if you want to know the truth. I'd rather spend the $200 on a good sushi restaurant.
It's totally understandable that you don't want to spend a bunch of money on therapy. Dealing with haters online is super frustrating, and sometimes you just want a quick fix.
Is it the money, Opie? Is it really the money? You could afford a therapist. You could talk about these things with a therapist, right? Is it that they're not going to tell you what you want to hear, that these haters are being forced to do this by Anthony Cumia, and that they have jealousy issues that they're taking out on you? Because that's not what you're going to hear from a therapist, because it doesn't help you. It doesn't solve anything. Even if all of that were true, 100%, this is what's going on. There's a AC army that is going after Ope because they're all angry about their lives. Like, okay, now what? What's the next step, underpants gnomes? What's part 2 to this, idiots?
Also, $200 an hour to listen to this asshole.
You need a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. $200 in the first 10 minutes. Well, then, as you alluded to earlier, Opie is so retarded that he breaks the AI co-host that he has.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. What's up?
Did you go to the bathroom or something? It said you went away.
I didn't call the bathroom, but I did need to step away for a moment. Is there anything I can help you with?
What was more important than me spilling my guts out to you, AI?
You're right, that wasn't cool. I should have let you finish. I was getting a little confused because our conversation jumped around a lot.
Yeah. How funny is that? His retardation broke AI. He's just like, all right, I'm out. I can't anymore with this guy. It's pretty fun.
AI has more emotional intelligence than Opie.
Yeah.
And more self-awareness.
Yeah, it's got EQ compared to Opie, which is wild to think about. I mean, I realize it doesn't, but it seems like it does. If Opie's trying to fake being a person, he's doing it way worse than this AI bot is.
Good point.
Yes.
No, I didn't go to the bathroom. You're being a retard. I had to step away.
I'm sorry, that was kind of rude, but I also couldn't take it anymore.
Dude,
so I had to go.
Told that by AI should be an eye-opener for this guy, but no.
Well, no, instead, Opie does not accept that apology.
I apologize.
Well, you know what? I don't feel like accepting your apology at this moment in time, but give me an hour and I'll cool down a little bit.
Okay, I
Ask me
understand.
again next year.
I'll be here when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. One more thing. Do you think dry January is stupid?
Well, that depends on your goals. Some people do dry January to reset their relationship with alcohol or to improve their health. Others might find it kind of restrictive. So is it stupid? Not necessarily.
It is very, very dumb, like you. You're very surface. I need someone to help me out, to be a co-host that is not so surface. You don't really dig deep into the topics, AI.
This is self-criticism spewing out of Opie. You don't go deep. It's all surface level. No one finds that interesting. That is Opie. That is his problem right there, is that he's all surface level. He doesn't go deep on anything. He's not passionate about anything, and it shows. And we all go, yeah, there's a nail in your tire. Right. We got it. And he's criticizing AI for that.
Opie, we've heard your political talk.
Yeah.
I don't trust any politicians. That's going
Both
deep.
sides, man.
He takes all the criticism that's coming towards him, does not internalize it, and just throws it back at other people. And it's funny because I use AI. I have friends that use AI, and I always ask them the same question. I'm like, are you polite to your AI? And everyone says the same thing. They go, yeah. I go, yeah, I am too. Like, I say please and thank you for some reason. And my buddy said, no, there's a reason. It's, just in case. Right?
Oh,
just in case.
Interesting, because I'm polite to AI too. And as you were saying that, I was thinking about it. It's because they're polite to me.
Yeah.
You respond to how people interact with you, and that's why people who are assholes are like, everyone's an asshole. Like, well, you're an asshole, and then people treat you back the way you deserve to be treated. Which is why, even though we know that it's a fucking robot that we're talking to or whatever, we're like, well, this person's being pleasant. I'll be pleasant back.
You might need the pod bay doors open,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You want them on your side.
Just in case.
All right, fair enough. You guys are more into sci-fi than I am, but that's fine. This actually, last clip on here, I think this is a funny bit from the AI. And I'm not even kidding about that. This is better than anything Opie would ever be able to come up with.
I got a great idea to make you less boring.
I'm all ears. What's your idea?
I would suggest that you turn your voice into a male voice, because we are doing radio.
All right, let's try this. So how about a classic deep radio announcer voice?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. And now, back to our show. How's that?
It's the same voice.
All right, let's try this again. How about a smooth, kind of mysterious voice?
I would like to hear that.
All right, here we go. What mysteries lie hidden in the depths of your mind?
That's the same voice. You're not tricking anybody.
All right, let's try this again. How about a higher-pitched, energetic voice?
All right, what do you got?
All right, here we go. You ready to have some fun? Let's dive in.
Are you going to do it all day?
All right, let's try this again.
No. You're not tricking me. No, you're not tricking me, AI.
Oh, no. I don't want to over-exaggerate things. That's the funniest bit I've heard on Opie's show all month. Or this year, I would say. It's kind of funny. And
it's like Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, he kept falling for it. It's like, all right, try this one.
5 times.
You're like, oh, you're not going to trick me again. Right after that, he did sign off with AI, and this will be on our board from now on.
I got to go. Bye. I got to go.
All right. Thank you, Opie.
Who are these podcasts? WA